here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Houston Texans. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimum gain.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's third down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And Hyde will not get there as they force. Him to the ground, shy of the marker.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. Check. Walk it before. All you get
From the gun, here's Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They go back to the ground now with Miller. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
A shotgun snap for Watson. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22. And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6 first drive of the game for him passing.
You know I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing, throwing the ball around, all I keep thinking is this is where the quarterback has to go down. You've got to ruffle his timing, change things up, get some more pressure on him, because right now he's way too comfortable in throwing the ball downfield.
One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. Texans football to start quarter 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Panthers' 24-yard line.
Who's that? 19. 54. Rip left, rip left.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
That's it. Look at it. 5. Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They will go for it. Now Newton. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready. Pick it up.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Focus, defense, focus.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
Escaping the pressure right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line here. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chris Hogan there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well,
looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The final shot before the break. Watson, he'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Now he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Get the football first. Second half action underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Great.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Newton is going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught But the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and 5.
That's what I do.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 28 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Mark 59. Mark 59. Watch the out. Watch the out. 59 Mark. 59 Mark. Check out.
On first down, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Watson looks to throw again. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's got it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. So they get the score still down. The bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to protect you as best they can. Really almost discrediting their work.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Back to throw, Newton. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Watson on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ross Cockrell. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's now 3rd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Out of the gun, Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense 2 for 2.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Check.
They snap it to Newton. And they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Olsen over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Newton now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Newton. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.